All right, media fans or media haters, welcome. Harmless Dave here talking about the media in real time for real people just like you and just like me. So, Viva Free, one of my favorite live streams of all time. I just, you watch this live stream and it's better than going to church. I'm just saying, it's better than going to church. And no offense to people who go to church and worship God. I do it every Sunday. The reason I'm saying this is because this is a spiritual experience. Now you may disagree. You may think, oh, this is just some guy. He carries the banner of love. He's a truth teller. On top of that, he's a warrior. He's a joyful warrior. I don't want to just praise one man because he's not more than just a man. He's better than me or you or anybody for that matter. But this is one of those watershed events, and we're living through it. We're living through it. Now, you can be part of this. You can be somebody who embraces this and says, you know what? Ideologically, I don't know where I am on the spectrum, right? You could be left, you could be right. I don't think this matters anymore. I really don't. Either you're pro-human or you're anti-human. Done. Okay, that's your choices. You're pro-human or you're anti-human. And they've said what their agenda is, right? That whole 2030 thing, that great reset thing. You don't think that's real? You're going to argue about some petty thing, right? And you're going to reduce it to something that in the larger scheme of things is just like, being trampled underfoot. Doesn't have any bearing on the bigger issues. Hence, when I decided to brand this channel with my other channel and sort of rethink what I was doing over here, there were a lot of events that precipitated that. And I think it was for a reason. I had to regroup in a way that acknowledges that up until now, I had the wrong focus and I did stuff that I shouldn't have done on this channel. But now I realize that this channel and my other channel, they're really two prongs of the same fork, the same pitchfork maybe, and just go with it. And if people like it, they like it. I've already disclosed that I'm kind of a reluctant Republican. I'm more libertarian than anything else, but I understand positions on the left and the right. I've dabbled in every type of ideology that's out there. And what I don't want is authoritarianism. And when something leads to authoritarianism, and if you say to me, hey, we need more government programs, I'm going to say, okay, who's going to administer the program? And what are they going to require from you? It leads to things like what's happening in Canada, where they require you to get a QR code so you can go to see a movie or go to a restaurant or just, do the regular things you would normally do in society. And when people get to the point where they're like, well, I did this twice, I did it 3 times, and you're telling me now that I have to do it a 4th time in order to meet your requirements so I can have my QR code and go to a concert or go to a restaurant. It's madness and it's totalitarianism. That's what it is. And people who want to shy away from the language and go, oh, no, it's not that bad. And you don't understand, your ancestors, they fought for freedom. This is nothing. This is, doing the patriotic thing by obeying the dictators. Really? Because the voters here in the United States are so fed up across the board. Brandon has something like a 26% approval rate with independents, okay? Now, say what you want about Trump. And again, I'm not selling Donald Trump to anybody. What I'm doing is saying you have to take the lesser of the 2 problems, and Donald Trump is a way lesser than the 2 problems. In Canada, don't know. Your party system up there is a little bit different. And you've got this soy boy Trudeau up there who, for all intents and purposes, is basically just, working for Klaus Schwab. He is. I mean, they even said at the World Economic Forum that he was one of their rising stars. He's one of their best pupils. He goes out there and he calls the truckers Islamophobic and transphobic and all of these phobics. And I'm sitting there going, huh? I'm seeing nothing but love. The representation of this live stream behind me is pure love. It's pure. And like I said, it's better than going to church. For me, it's better because I see love, I see joy, I see a spiritual quality that I don't see in today's church for the most part. There are exceptions. Don't want to throw it all under the bus, but where the hell is the church? Excuse my English, but where is the church? Is the church out here protesting and handing out the food? I mean, they've cleaned up homelessness. They've cleaned up the crime. They cleaned up the streets. The streets are cleaner. They got dogs on video, people walking around, joy in their hearts, peace, love, joy, happiness. These are the fruits of the Spirit, people. It's not me saying that. It's just inherent. It is who God is: peace, joy, love, hope, giving people hope that this might end. People have had enough. And thank God for Canada. That's all I can say. I got very little more to say other than support our Canadian brethren, support these truck drivers. Give, send, go is the way to do this. Not GoFundMe. Give, send, go. This is embarrassing, really, for all of these banking institutions that take money and then they're the arbiters of what's right and wrong based on a really screwed up ideology, a globalist, control, authoritarian ideology. This is where we're headed if we don't get a grip on this. And I know a lot of people are involved in a little petty, turf struggles with this guy over here and that guy over there, and these issues that you think are important. And I keep saying, there's nothing bigger than liberty. There's nothing bigger than freedom. There's nothing bigger than self-determination and decentralization of power. And this has to happen soon. It can't wait. And then we can fight about how we take care of one another. Do we use some sort of mechanism within the government to do it? I would say no. Or do we find a way to privatize that activity and still deliver the same kind of results with accountability and action and speed, right? I mean, when has the government ever done anything quickly other than trample on your rights? Think about it. All right, I'm done with this video. Thanks for watching. Thank you to all the new subscribers. If you like what I'm doing here, make sure you subscribe. Also, you can help me via Patreon. This Patreon link is shared with my other music-based channel, which has become more political, whereas this channel probably won't become more music-related, although you never know. We could just kind of merge, but I like to do different videos over here, more political, and highlighting these Canadians who are just leading the way. This guy here, you just watch his live stream for a few hours, and you'll start to feel good about humanity. This is the cure for what is ailing society right now. And I hate to be very cliche here, but this is love. That's what it is. It's just love. And we need love, and we need it now.